So I got a new 128GB memory card for Christmas. It's telling me I have 16 hours of footage. That's a lot of footage. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie. In this video we're on to a brand new year of trying out makeup. We'll be doing January's full face of first impressions. Almost everything is Essence Cosmetics in this video. I do have an MUA bronzer and a eyeliner pencil from B. But everything else is from Essence. It's been a while since I've tried any Essence Cosmetics. I did do like a video on them, like God knows how long ago. It might be 2 years for all I know, 1.5 to 2 years. So I have tried out some of their products before, and I do still have a few in my collection from back then, but I wanted to try out some of the newer things that they had on offer. We're going to be starting with a foundation, and this is obviously from Essence. This is their hashtag InstaPerfect Liquid Makeup Strong Matte Effect. Mine is in the shade number 10, which I believe is the lightest shade, and the colour actually does look like it will work quite nicely for me. I remember when I tried the foundations last year, like they were so orange, like they were horrible. I did not like those at all. So I'm hoping for a better experience with this one. I'm just going to spray my sponge with a bit of Urban Decay All-Nighter, which I finally have, and actually I have 2 of them because I kind of told my mum and dad both that I wanted them, so they both brought me one. So hey, at least it's going to last a while. So that's the colour on the back of my hand there. I have to say it does look pretty pale, to be honest. Definitely leaning a bit more warm, I would say, which works for me because I am a more warm-toned person. So let's just go straight in for this and smother a load all over my face. Okay, so I've put quite a bit of that foundation on. First of all, the colour. Like, it might even be too light for me, like, yeah, I think it is actually a tiny bit too light for me, which is incredibly rare, for me to find something like that. So the colour gets a thumbs up from me, like, yeah. Coverage, I would say this is a kind of a low medium, like highlight, low medium coverage. It's definitely not the most amazing coverage foundation, which isn't a huge issue. I mean, I like this level of coverage on occasion. You know, I do like to kind of alternate between different levels of coverage. And there's definitely still like kind of blemishes on my face that I can see quite a bit. I like the finish. It does have a quite like fresh and natural vibe to it, which is really nice. I like foundations that have that kind of fresh and natural look on the skin. I would say maybe it's sitting a little bit in my like pores. I've been retrying like all the foundations I used last year for a video, and I found that like almost every foundation that I've used kind of sits in my pores a bit, so that's not something too much of an issue. You know what, I do actually quite like this. The sort of thing I'd reach for if I'm going for a kind of more like natural sort of look, which I do more often now than I perhaps used to. You know what, I quite like it. Again, if you're looking for something that's very high coverage, this probably wouldn't be the one for you, but if you're into a more kind of natural, I wouldn't say it's like super dewy or anything, it's more kind of, I do feel like there's a little bit of dewiness to it, but it's definitely not like a super like glowy or oily sort of thing. It's just got like a little subtle bit of dewiness to it. For concealer, I've got the Essence Camouflage Matte Concealer. This is in the lightest shade, I believe. Yeah, 10 Light Rose. And I think they have like a matte, and I think they have like a kind of glowy version of this concealer as well, which I may try at some point, I don't know. But again, like it does look like it's quite a pale shade actually. No, I don't think that's quite as light as the foundation, but it's definitely pretty light. I say it's got again, a warmer tone to it, which works for me. Which is a bit weird considering it's called like Light Rose, that it would be a more yellowy undertone, you would have thought. Rose, pink, I don't know. So I feel like I have heard that this is a pretty decent concealer from a few people, so I hope it's got some decent coverage, because I quite like, you know, when you have like a more kind of light natural foundation to then go over the top with a bit more of a high coverage concealer, and then you kind of get like your perfect base with that. So I'm just going to pop this on under the eyes, a little bit on my eyelids, and just on any blemishes around my face. It's definitely like quite a bit darker than the foundation, which, I mean, it's fine because I thought the foundation was a bit too light for me actually, so should be alright. Let's give this a blend. Okay, so that concealer has definitely added a nice bit of coverage. I wouldn't say it's the highest coverage concealer ever. Like, I definitely have better coverage ones than this, but it's a decent amount of coverage, definitely. Seems to be sitting pretty nicely on the skin. I don't know about the colour, like, because obviously I've got a light foundation on. I don't know if it would look a bit dark on a normal kind of coloured foundation on my skin. We'd have to see about that. But you know what? I quite like it. Right, now this is an interesting product. This is the Essence All About Silky Matte Fixing Compact Powder in 10 translucent rows. And this is like pink, which worries me slightly, but I did see a review on the website that said that it doesn't make your face pink, like it's translucent, so I'm hoping that's the case because I don't want to look pink. That's the colour there. I mean, I've tried the translucent one before, like I tried that when I did my haul like a year and a half ago. I'm pretty sure I liked it, but I just wanted to try something different, you know, so let's hope this don't make me pink, and let's hope that it gives me a nice flawless finish and sets foundation and concealer down. So I'm gonna just go ahead and set my entire face with this powder. Right, God knows if you'll be able to see this on camera, but I definitely have got a bit of a pink tint to my face, which is very odd looking. I'm hoping this is one of those things where it kind of goes on like that, but it kind of starts to adapt to your skin once you've left it on. Like, I have found that can happen with powders sometimes, but looking at it right now, like, I literally looked so pink. It's weird. The quality of the powder in terms of mattifying and the finish is very nice. Like, it's just pink, that's all I can see. I can just see pink, and I don't think you can really see it on the camera very well, but I can see it in person, like, oh my. Unsure about this because finish and mattifying aspect of it, pretty good, but colour, maybe not. Again, I'll let that sit on my skin. We'll see if it kind of starts to adapt. So moving on to bronzer, I didn't get anything from Essence for this. I did get 2 bronzers from MUA. So I've got the MUA Bronzed Matte Bronzing Powder in Solar 100, which is just a kind of matte bronzer. It looks like it should work pretty well for my skin tone. I've heard a lot of good things about these MUA bronzers. I did, however, have a bit of a disaster here with the other MUA bronzer I got. This one was the Solar Shimmer in 110. This is how it arrived. But the thing is, I feel like I've left it way too long now to kind of like email Superdrug and be like, you sent me this broken powder, because I might just assume that I did that in my own time because it's been like over a week since I got this order, but that's okay because it was only £2.50, so I'm not like gonna be arsey about £2.50. So I would like to pick this one up again at some point, but we're gonna have to discard it for now. I may as well just throw it away probably. It's a good job MUA is so cheap, otherwise I'd be really upset about that. At least we've got this guy to try out. Just gonna get anything off my bronzer brush. Right, so I'm just gonna do what I would normally do, pop this through my cheekbones and on my forehead. I think this, yeah, it smells nice. But that's a really nice colour for me. Obviously I'll have to try it when I've not got a pink face, but it's like this really kind of like warm, kind of caramelly colour without it being too like orangey or too reddish, which is exactly what I want, and it seems good formula wise. It hasn't come out too harsh, although I will just blend it a little bit. That's a great bronzer. I like that. I think I may have found a 2019 favourite bronzer already, I think. I'd love to try that one. I don't have a pink face, but I mean, definitely agree with the people that have been raving about this. Obviously they have quite a few different shades as well, so hopefully everyone should be able to find something. And obviously they've got all the glowy ones as well, which I would really want to try the glowy one. I really want to try the glowy one that arrived broken, because I don't really have a preference when it comes to bronzers. I like matte and I like shimmery bronzers. In fact, I'd probably just layer them over the top of each other. I've got a couple of highlight products here, both from Essence. So the first thing I got was the Essence Glazed Donut Highlighter, which could be a dupe for the 0 for 1. That's what it looks like there. It is literally just like a straight up icy white coloured highlighter. Then the other thing I picked up was the Essence Go For The Glow Highlighter palette in 01 The Cools. I think they had quite a few like versions of this palette in different shades. These are the colours that I've got here, and this blue, I've never seen a blue like that. Like, you see a lot of blue highlighters, but this is just like a really different sort of blue. Like, it's a bit more like minty. And you've got a white and a more pinky toned one in here, which, I mean, I'm spoiled for choice. I kind of want to try out the blue one just because it's really intriguing. It always happens, I get too many highlighters and I've only got one face and I get overwhelmed. Right, so I think I'll start with Glazed Donut, and we'll just start with that on one of our cheekbones. Okay, so we'll try this one out on this side. So what do we think of that one? I mean, it's definitely got a nice sheen to it. I feel like I was expecting it to be a little bit more intense than that, but actually I still really like that. I feel like it's not like super like different to my skin tone, if that makes sense. It kind of meshes into it quite nicely, which I wasn't actually expecting it to do that, but I actually quite like that. That's quite nice. It's not super duper blinding, but I still quite like that actually. I think I've got to try out this blue one on my other cheekbone. I know it's going to look weird with one side blue, but it's alright. Right, so shall we see how this blue one performs? Oh, that's so pretty. Look at it. That's cute. That's some unicorn vibes there. I think I'm just going to layer up some blue on the other side just so we look even. I mean, we've tried out the glazed donut, so we know what we got from it, but let's just make this side a bit more blue to match. So I'm going to go in with the white shade in the middle, and I'm going to pop that on my nose, cupid's bow and chin. Yep, that's great. And we might as well finish off with the pink shade at the top and just pop a bit of this on our temples. So I actually think all of those highlighters are pretty stunning, really lovely. So we're going to move on to our eyebrows now. The first thing I've got actually is a repurchase. I did try this one out last year. This is the, not last year, the year before last year, 2017. This is the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. This one's in the shade 02 Brownie Brows, and I remember really liking this. This is the sort of product that's very much up my street because it has the tiny little brow brush, which I adore. However, I did get a new brow product as well. So this is the Essence Super Last 24-Hour Eyebrow Pomade Pencil Waterproof. It's basically an eyebrow pencil. Mine is in the shade, I don't know, mine's in the shade 30 Dark Brown. Normally I would use like a brow gel, a tinted brow gel, and then I'd use a pencil to fill in the arch, but because I've not tried this pencil before, I'm going to use it to fill in my whole brow just so I can really see what it does exactly. So I'm just going to quickly use a clear brow gel to brush my brows through. So the colour is just a standard dark brown. I'm hoping this won't pull too warm. So let's just go ahead and fill in our brows. So far so good, but on the other end it has this really weird brush. What the hell am I supposed to do with that? Like, can I use that to blend the product? I don't understand. Sort of works actually. I guess I'll just use this to brush through the product then. Okay, so that is what the brows have turned out as. You know what, I actually think that's a pretty decent brow pencil. That's really done a great job at filling them in. The colour doesn't look too bad. I like that a lot. I probably wouldn't use the brush. I'd probably just use the spoolie to brush it through, but we'll have to see what it's like for touch-ups as well, which is how I would normally use it. May as well go back in with our Essence Brow Gel just to set them down. There we go. I'm happy with these eyebrows. Again, I did get another repurchase from Essence. This is the Long Lasting Eye Pencil 01 Black Fever, which is a twisty up eye pencil, and again I just remembered liking it, so I picked up another one, but I've also got a new one to try out today as well. So this is from B, Superdrug's brand B. This is just their kohl liner, and again this is a twisty up black pencil. I do enjoy the twisty up ones, I just find them more convenient to use. So I'm just going to put this in my top and bottom waterlines. Okay, so that is that in the waterlines. I think that's done a pretty decent job, to be honest. Just exactly what I want from an eyeliner. Now, mascara, I've got two from Essence, and I know Essence mascaras do get a lot of hype. A lot of people really like them. I know some of the favourites are the Lash Princess ones, so I got the Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. This is the purple one. They do have a pink one and a green one, and honestly I didn't really know which ones were like the most popular ones. This one had good reviews on the website, so I just went for this one. I've heard that like the other two are meant to be pretty good as well. I did also pick up another one of them mascaras. This is the False Lashes Mascara Extreme Volume and Curl, which looks like this, and this one too had a few good reviews on the website, so I thought I'd try this one out as well. So I guess I'll just do one on one eye and one on the other, and we'll see what these do. So I'm going to start with the Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara, and I'm just going to do my top lashes on this eye. I've just realised I've not done eyeshadow, so actually I can do my bottom lashes as well. We're going to be doing my bottom lashes as well. Right, okay, so that is the Lash Princess. I really like it. For some reason I just feel like it didn't really work very well on my bottom lashes, like I just kind of smudged it everywhere, but on the top lashes, you know what? I think that's actually a pretty good mascara. That has given me some thickness, it's given me some volume. I like it quite a lot, I do. So we're going to go ahead and try the False Lashes Mascara on the other eye. See if this one's better, worse, sort of the same. This one's got that sort of slight curve to it. Okay, so that is this side done. I feel like this one's a little bit clumpier than the Lash Princess, but I do still feel like it's got a pretty good amount of volume there. Like I definitely like both of these mascaras really. Don't really have a favourite. I mean, I think they've both done a very good job of volumizing my lashes. So that's actually the last thing I have to try. This is like probably the shortest first impressions I've done. For some reason I just didn't pick up as much as I normally do, but obviously I've done a full face here really. Just need to pop some sort of lip product on. I think I'll just put a little bit of my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb on, just to finish it off. So I'm just going to clean up my mascara mess and sort my hair out, and I'll be back. So this is our finished look. Very basic, I know, but you know what? I'm pretty happy with it. So I'll just talk you through again the products that we used. I actually quite like the Insta Perfect foundation. I think I would use this on my more kind of natural, subdued makeup days, and the fact that it's actually lighter than my skin is amazing really. Again, the concealer, I need to try this out with some like different base products on underneath and over the top, but from first impressions it's quite nice. It's kind of more of a medium coverage concealer. I wouldn't say it's the most full coverage concealer I've ever used, but it sits on the skin very nicely and it does definitely give a bit more coverage. So again, need to try this out some more, but quite like it from first impressions. Something I'm quite unsure about right now is the Essence All About Silky Matte Fixing Powder in 10 Translucent Rose. I'm starting to think maybe I should have just repurchased the translucent one, and now I've dropped it on the floor. It just made me pink. The thing is, I'm looking at it now, and now I feel like it kind of looks orange, which is weird. It's just definitely not giving me the right colour that I want to finish off my base, that is for sure. In terms of the formula, like it mattified me pretty well, and the finish, it didn't look too heavy or cakey or anything like that, so formula's pretty good, which is making me want to actually retry the translucent one, but I don't know, I just can't get over the colour of this. I mean, I don't really feel like it's changed now that it's been on my face. If anything, like I said, I feel like it's gone more orange now, which is still not what I want, so I'm not so sure about this one, I'm afraid. The MUA bronzer, love, can't wait to try this out again. I think this could be one of my new favourites. The highlighters, all of them actually I quite like. They've just got some pretty decent pigmentation. They're not the most pigmented ones I've ever used in the world, but I quite like them. I like the glazed donut one. I think I'd probably reach for this one quite a bit just because it does look more kind of natural than I expected it to look, but I feel like lately I have been going more so for kind of like natural highlighters in terms of, not natural as in like they're not noticeable, but in terms of like they kind of mesh into my natural skin tone a bit more, as opposed to kind of, you know, like the blue one I tried, which obviously looks like blue on my face, if you know what I mean. So I feel like I probably would actually reach for this quite a lot. I mean, the blue is like, it's fun, I like it, and it's pigmented, but it's probably not the sort of thing I'm gonna, you know, want to be putting on my face on a regular basis. The other two shades in here though, especially the white one, I really like the white one. That worked really well in these points, so I think I'd probably use the white one the most out of this palette. But definitely good quality highlighters, I would say. I actually quite like the eyebrow pomade pencil. I think that's actually done a really good job. Can't wait to keep using that one. And finally, the mascaras. I actually like both of these. I think they've definitely got some good volume and some good thickness, and that's exactly what I want. So I can't wait to keep using them and see if they get a little bit better the more they kind of dry up a bit and they're not as gloopy. I feel like that happens quite a lot with mascaras. But even from first impressions, I still like them, so that's fantastic. That was everything. I know this was a bit shorter than my normal first impressions, but you know, I say that and I'll edit this video and it's like an hour long, and yeah. But anyway, that's it for this, and I will also give you some updated thoughts on what I think of these products after I've used them for around a month. Normally it's a bit longer than that, so once that video is available it will be linked at the end of this one. I've got a lot of new content planned for the new year. I'm definitely going to be taking my channel a lot more seriously. I'm going to try my best to just upload as consistently as I can. You will be getting at least one video a week minimum. I'm going to try my best to make sure that that's always going to be a thing, and ideally I will be posting like twice a week, but it might have to be like every other week because, you know, I've got work and my rota is like unpredictable. So, you know, there'll be some weeks where I'm doing like a more manageable amount of hours, and then there'll be some weeks where it just goes to shit and I can't, you know, be sane. So we'll see. But thank you for watching this first impressions. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.